Hey everybody, and welcome to this seminar where we're going to be talking about creating an irresistible offer on Amazon. My name is Jonny Bradley, I'm founder of the Seller Pro Academy, and first of all, I just wanted to say thank you to Jungle Scout for inviting me to be a speaker today, and thank you for all the other speakers and the ones you're going to see coming up for the value that they've shared. It's incredible to be put on a stage, a virtual stage with all of these incredible people. So hopefully you've got a huge amount of value out of all of the other speakers, and you're going to continue to get a lot of value out of today. So we're going to be going on for about 25-30 minutes. So get a pen and paper at the ready. Now, for those of you that don't know me, which is probably the majority of you, I've been selling on Amazon for a few years, and I've helped tons and tons and tons of people use the one product strategy, which is strategy that we use to generate these products, create irresistible offers, and basically dominate our competition. Just like Jansen, 0 to 30K within 1 month, with one product. Emilian, 0 to 68K with one product. He's actually done well over £1 million, £250,000 in profit a year. Plus many, many more. We've got tons of these results which we could go through, but the point is not to show you, oh, look how great this system is, look how great we are. It's to show you that it works, right? Everything we're talking about today works really, really well. And we've tried loads of different methods, loads of different ways to stand out, loads of different ways to beat competition. But this has been the most influential way to make the biggest difference on the success of your business, okay? Now, my goal personally is to help ordinary people create extraordinary things just one product at a time. It's something I really believe in and something that I've seen firsthand, I've seen through the people that I've helped. And this is what I want to help you do today. Now, the reason that I have this goal and the reason I think this way is partly because some of the jobs I've had in the past, right? One of the most, I guess, fulfilling jobs that I had was working for Apple. And there, my most favorite job was being a trainer. So I would train the sales team, the management, technical team, all that sort of stuff. And as part of this role, I got some behind the scenes access to Apple and how they do things on their marketing side. And it really opened my eyes as to how much detail they go into at every single step, every element. A huge amount of detail and focus has been put onto it. Not to try and make it the best product in the world, but so that customers have the best feeling when they open and use the product, so that they can increase their customer satisfaction, which in turn mean they get more promoters, they get more word of mouth, and they have more happy customers. Now, this even goes down to the boxes. So, if you've ever opened an iPhone box, it's really beautifully done. It's a great feeling. It makes you feel happy for spending $1,000, $1,500 on a phone, right? That's because there's an unboxing team. Their whole job is just to unbox the products and give feedback. It's going to take 7 seconds for the iPhone to fall out of the box if you just hold the lid. That has been designed intentionally to give you a certain feeling. Now, if you get a box from Amazon and it's in a poly bag and there's just a barcode on it, products inside, no branding, you're not going to feel like the company's cared that much. Whereas if you get something in an incredible box, there's a little note in there, a product insert, then you're going to think, hey, this company really cares about me as a customer. I'm more likely to promote it. I'm more likely to use the product. And this all comes back to a quote that Jonny Ive said when he was at Apple. And he said, what we make testifies who we are. People can sense care and they can sense carelessness. There's so many times where I've received products through the post and you can just tell that the company does not care about their quality. And ultimately, you throw that in the bin, you give it away, you don't recommend it, and it never goes anywhere. There's other products which I absolutely love because you can tell that there's so much care and love that's gone into that product. Those are the businesses that will be successful. So you have to make that decision if that's going to be you or not. All right. So today we're going to learn the complete solution, how to fully understand your customers' needs, serve them to the highest level, and create irresistible product offers, and customer verification, how to scientifically predict if your offer will resonate with a customer before ever spending a penny. I should put this to a cent, shouldn't I? Before spending a cent on it. Now, who's this for? So if you want to turn your investment into a profit, I can imagine that's most of you, you don't want to lose money. You want to beat your competition. You want higher click-through rates, so the more people that click on your listing. And you want higher conversion rates, so more people buy your product. You want a higher ROAS, return on ad spend. Or you want to increase the perceived value of your product. So the increased perceived value means the increased cost, right? You can charge more for your product the more the value is perceived at. And ultimately, you want to succeed on Amazon. We're all here because we want to succeed on Amazon. So strategy number one, the complete solution, how to fully understand your customers, serve them to the highest level, and create irresistible product offers. Now, take my money, please, because someone came to me one day. The reason I'm showing you a soccer ball, and a remote control for a TV is because someone genuinely sent me an email saying, hey, I'm thinking about doing a bundle of a football with a remote control. Sorry, I'm English, guys. This is a football, right? It's a football. And obviously, if this came to you, you'd think, what the hell? Why is someone trying to bundle a ball with a remote control? And they said, I questioned it, and they said, you know, kids, they'll be using the football outside, and the parents will be inside watching TV, so they might need a remote control. And I was like, what on earth are you thinking? And here's another one. This is genuine. This actually happened, right? A frying pan with a Superman apron. So someone thought, okay, cool, I'm going to sell a frying pan. Yep, all good. People want to cook. When people cook, they want to wear an apron to, you know, keep the food off of them, keep their clothes, you know, nice and clean. But I'm going to do it as Superman one. It just doesn't make any sense. It makes zero sense. And I told them, you know, don't sell this product. And they ended up selling the product. And of course it failed. Of course it went wrong, because these two things do not match up at all. And ultimately, I think a lot of people are guilty of this, is trying to find a bundle just for the sake of bundling a product. And I'm here to tell you, do not do that. It's not going to work. You're going to waste money. Okay. And it all comes down to one thing. They didn't understand the customer. And ultimately, they didn't have empathy for the customer. Empathy is so incredibly important, because once you understand your customers, you can empathize with their needs. And once you empathize with their needs, you can understand their desired solution. And once you understand the desired solution, you can create the complete solution. Let me go over that again, write it down, take a screenshot. Once you understand your customers, you can empathize with their needs. Once you understand them, you can empathize with them. Once you have empathized with them, you can understand what they want, what their desired solution is. And once you understand their desired solution, you can create the desired solution. How does this really work? What comes first? How do we do this? And it brings me back to when I was in guitar school. So when I was 16, I went to a school literally just to play guitar for 8 hours a day. And it was great. I loved it. I had one lesson, which was a songwriting lesson, and the lecturer came up on stage. This is the first lesson out of the first seminar out of the whole course. And he said, if you want to write a pop song, a hit song, you write the chorus and the verses will write themselves. If you write the chorus, the verses will write themselves. Because once you have that hook, once you understand what the song is, you can create the verses around the chorus, and that's what creates a hit song. And this stuck with me, and I've remembered this for years and years and years and years, and it came up when I was creating this presentation, okay? Because when creating the complete solution, we have a verse and a chorus. So the chorus is going to be potential customer needs. Why is the customer triggered to buy? And the verse is going to be potential customer solutions. What solutions solve their needs? Now, it's really important at this point, these are potential. They're not the ones, they are potential needs, potential solutions. Later on, we will create the complete solution. So potential customer need is, why is a customer triggered to buy? Someone's sitting there, they want to buy a product, they buy the product, and then they get the result of buying that product. We've all had this where you've been sitting on the couch, on the sofa, in the shower, and you think, I've got to buy this. I need to go on Amazon, I need to buy this, I need it. Right, that's a trigger. So a trigger is an event that causes a buyer to have a clear need, which usually converts into a sense of purpose and urgency in their buying process. So what we need to do is understand the buying triggers for any particular product that you're looking to sell. So potential triggers you might have are away from pain, towards pleasure, a desired outcome, an undesirable outcome, or a buyer's belief. So let's go through these in a little bit more detail with some examples. So away from pain. This is going to refer to the problem that your customers face, and the product or service is going to resolve that problem. So I'm going to use an example product of a cat drinking fountain. I'm sure you've seen these, especially if you've had a cat. Now, the pain points here are customers may forget to fill up their water, so their cats go thirsty, because maybe their cats only drink from running water, and lots of cats do this. They only drink from the tap. And it's annoying, right? If you're out all day, you can't leave the tap running. So the cat water bowl gets dirty really quickly, so you're worried about the water quality. These are all pain points that you don't want, right? This could be a reason why someone buys a cat drinking fountain. Or towards pleasure, known as the pleasure principle, which asserts that people will generally pursue pleasure and or avoid pain, right? So for a fat burning supplement, as an example, the pleasure principles might be you want a quick and easy way to burn more fat, or you want to lose weight and feel better about yourself, or you just want to look good on your next holiday. These are things that you want. They're pleasure. You're going to get pleasure out of having those outcomes, right? Next one, desired outcomes. These are more broad, and a desired outcome is like the end goal, right? So an ab roller, if someone's buying an ab roller, you know, the things you do that on the ground, you might want to have good abs, tone your stomach, have better core strength, get abs without going to the gym. But ultimately, you could even boil this down to, I want to feel happier. I want to be able to be more confident. Now really boil it down to the core values of what does this customer want? What is their desired outcome? And if that's to feel better about themselves, then we can definitely create a solution that solves this problem, right? That gives them the desired outcome, because it's not always about the product. Sometimes it's about the things around the product that make the difference. Equally as desired outcomes though, we have undesired outcomes. So customers desire to not have a certain outcome when buying a product, right? So the same product, an ab roller, you don't want it to have no effect, right? You don't want to have to spend more money on the gym, or you don't want to get it and not know how to use it. These are undesirable outcomes. So if you don't have instructions with your product and people get it and go, I don't know how to use it, that's bad. They don't want that. You shouldn't do that. The next one, buyer's belief. And this isn't something tangible, but it is so, so important. And this is the expectation that a buyer has in their mind before buying the product. They may believe a product's going to work, in which case they will buy the product, or they may believe that it's not going to work, in which case they're not. So it's our job to help customers believe that our product is going to solve their problems and give them what they want, right? It's our job to persuade our customers to buy our product because it's going to work for them. If other people wouldn't buy a product if they don't think it's going to work. So if your marketing images, if your solution doesn't solve the customer's needs or be perceived to solve the customer's needs, they're not going to buy it, okay? So how are we going to do this, right? All well and good. How are we going to do it? The first thing you want to do is engage your super fast subconscious brain. Now, you might be thinking what the hell this is. So I'm going to give you a story about how I found out about this. So when I was launching one of my brands, which is Hydrofuel, you see I'm just here, I was thinking about this, and the potential customer needs that I had were my customers, they wanted to get rid of dehydration headaches, wanted to clear up their skin, feel better about themselves and generally hydrate, but they were forgetting to hydrate. So the core issue was that they want to drink more, but they're forgetting to drink more. And I looked on Amazon, and you may have seen these where on the side of the bottle they have like 8 a.m, time to drink up, 10 a.m, take another drink. And I was thinking, and I was looking at these going, these don't work. These don't solve the customer's need, but so many people do it. But why is that? Why won't it solve the customer's need? And it's kind of like the chicken and egg situation. If you're looking at the bottle, you don't need reminding to drink because you're already looking at it. So what's the point of having the reminders? If it's in a bag or in another room, then you're not going to remember, so you'll never drink and you'll never hydrate yourself. So the core problem has not been solved. And I was working on this for quite a while, days and weeks. I was trying to think, what is the solution? And this is what I did. I started to come up with as many different variations of the product solution as possible. I started to write down all the customer needs, as many as I humanly could. And what happened later on, which I'll tell you about in a second, was really incredible. So I want to teach you how to do this, because there's so many times where you'll be going through your house, you'll be in the shower, you'll be driving, you'll be at a coffee shop, and you suddenly get an idea. We want to train your brain to be able to come up with that idea in your subconscious, because your subconscious is working thousands of times faster than your conscious brain. I'm sure you've all had it where you've been doing the dishes and you suddenly had an idea come to you. Just out the blue, and you're like, oh my God, that's great. This is what we want to train our brain to do. So this is how you're going to do it. You're going to get a piece of paper, or say the environment, let's use a tablet or something. Draw a line down the piece of paper. And on the left, I want you to write 20 potential customer needs, 20 buying triggers. So think about all of the things away from pain, towards pleasure, desired outcomes, undesired outcomes, buyer's belief. Write them all down, anything that you can think of. And importantly, you have to understand that no potential customer need is too small or insignificant. Everything you should write down because you're training your brain to start working on this problem as much as you possibly can. Take a break, 20 minutes, a day, 2 days, come back to the list and just write some more, write 20 more because you're going to keep telling your brain, hey, please work on this. Please solve this problem while I'm doing other things. And eventually you will come up with better ideas. And you have to understand that 90%, 95, and even 98, 99% of these ideas are going to be utter rubbish. They're going to be useless, but that's not the point. You need to go into it understanding that most of it is going to be rubbish. Now, at this point, save this list, put it aside, put it in a drawer, because we're going to come back to it later. Okay? So now we're going to go on to potential customer solutions. What solutions fully solve the customer's needs? This is where I want to talk about Vujardé. Now, you may look at this and go, what are you talking about? This doesn't make any sense. I didn't realize I was coming on this seminar to learn French. Now, the Vujardé isn't really a word, okay? But if you reverse it, you might know what it says. Déjà vu. Now, déjà vu is when you see the same thing, maybe again and again, multiple times. Vujardé is when you see the same thing, but from a different perspective, and you suddenly get a different perspective on the same thing you've been seeing over and over again. And this is exactly what happened with the bottle for me. So I was doing this, I was creating my list, potential customer needs, thinking about all the different problems that the customers had. And then I was going, okay, I need to come up with a solution. I did the same thing and I wrote down a list of solutions and I couldn't come up with the solution. I just couldn't do it. I was then at a coffee shop around the corner from my house and thinking about this problem. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to fix this. I was gonna ditch the product, right? Because I couldn't find the gap in the market, I wouldn't be able to compete. And then I got a phone notification. So my phone lit up and I'm sure, as well as a lot of you people watching, I looked at my phone straight away. I picked it up and I was like, oh yeah, I'm popular. Well, what is the notification? And suddenly I had my Vujardé moment where I saw the same thing I've seen multiple times over, thousands of times over, but I've seen it from a different perspective. And I thought, if I want people to remember to hydrate, I need to send them a push notification because people attend to their phone, right? They give a lot of attention to their phone. Even when people are driving, they'll pick up their phone. It's dangerous, don't do it, but people do it. So if I really wanted to help my customers and provide them with the complete solution, I needed to remind them to hydrate. And to do that, I needed to get on their mobile phone. So I created an app that just reminds people 10 times a day to take a drink, and that's it. And what we were able to do from that is stand out from every other person on Amazon and do something really quite different. So we were able to take the same product as everyone else sells, exactly the same, but we were able to offer it in a different way and ultimately charge more money. And the app, it costs some money, but when you consider how much it costs per unit, per product sold, it's almost insignificant. It's nearly nothing. But the difference in the offer is night and day difference, okay? How do you do this? You do exactly the same as you did before with the potential customer needs, but you do it for solutions. You take those needs and you write solutions for those needs, okay? Go write them down, go write 20 down, take a break, come back to it a few days later, write 20 more. You might be then doing the dishes and you suddenly get that Vujardé moment. You might be out and about walking your dog and suddenly you have the Vujardé moment and you have the best solution that man has ever created. Okay, once you've got this list, I want you to optimize it on the right-hand side. Pick out the ones that are the most relevant, that are gonna be the best. After you've done that, we're gonna start creating the shortlist for the complete solution. So you take your list of solutions and I want you to create 3 different variations. Now this is really important because if you don't do this stage, you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot. Create 3 variations of your solution. Variation A, variation B, variation C. And then you're gonna conduct customer verification experiments. You're gonna pick a winner and that's the product you're gonna sell. So once you understand your customers, you can empathize with their needs. This doesn't work unless you empathize with your customers. Once you empathize with their needs, you can understand their desired solution. And once you understand their desired solution, you can create this complete solution. Just like Sam, right? He has a 70% conversion rate. He's one of my clients. He went from about 5K per month up to 15K per month. Crazy, crazy success. Not because he ran more ads, right? He increased his conversion rate to over 70%, meaning 2 out of every 3 customers that visit his listing buy his product. Now, if you're a competitor with less than 70% conversion rate, which by the way, guys, is probably most people, you will not be able to compete. You just can't compete with those sorts of figures. It's crazy. For every pound or dollar Sam spends on advertising, he knows that out of every 3 he spends, he's probably going to get, every 3 clicks he gets, he's going to get 2 sales. That means his advertising can be extremely efficient, right? And if you don't do these things, you're not going to be able to get results like this. Okay, so strategy number 2, customer verification experiment. So how to scientifically predict if your offer is going to resonate with a customer before ever spending a cent on it, right? Now, this is one conversation that can actually change your life. Dramatic, I know, but it's true, right? There's some conversations that you're going to have in business that will be completely meaningless, but there's some that will be so influential that if you don't have them, they will drastically affect your success. And these are the conversations that you need to have, okay? Now, the reason we're going to have these conversations is because of the law of large numbers. Now, the law of large numbers is a theory, okay? And it describes the result of performing the same experiment multiple times over again and again and again and again. So you do one experiment lots and lots of times. Now, the average of the results is going to be close to the expected value the more times you repeat the experiment. So let me give you an example of this, a coin flip. If I flip a coin right now, sorry, I don't have a coin, but if I were to flip a coin and it lands on heads, if you then flip a coin and it also lands on heads, one of them is an anomaly, right? We know that the chance of landing on heads or tails is 50-50. It should land on heads once and tails another time, 50-50 chance. But it hasn't. It landed on heads for me and heads for you. So somewhere there's an anomaly, there's a problem. However, if we do 100 coin flips, then it's likely that there's going to be closer to 50-50. There won't be 100 heads or 100 tails. There won't even be 70 heads and 30 tails. It's much more likely to be 48-52 or 49-51. It's much more likely to be closer to the expected value. And if you do this 10,000 times, 100,000 times, it's going to be 49.9999999. The more times you repeat the experiment, the closer to the expected value you will get. So how does this impact customer verification? How does this impact your product offer? Every single business ever makes money because of the law of large numbers. If you can predict a customer's actions, you can predict how successful your business will be. And this starts with creating the irresistible product offer, right? So this is about market research. If you've ever seen people on Facebook groups and they have a logo, you might have done this yourself. There's 4 logos to choose from, A, B, or 1, 2, 3, 4. And people go, hey, which logo do you like the best? And loads of people go 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Oh, I love number 3. And they're doing market research. They're getting feedback about their logo using the law of large numbers, because everyone knows if you ask more people, you're going to get better results. So why wouldn't you do this with your product offer, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take those 3 variations, or you could do 4, but try and keep it as small as possible, more than 2. And we're going to take it and find our customer, our target customer, and we're going to ask them, which one would you rather have? Which one would you rather spend money on? And if you can't find your target customer, honestly, you will be able to find it. Find Facebook groups, find people online. There's even services that you can use to do this for you, to do surveys. But find your customers. Show them the 3 products and just say, which one would you choose? After they've chosen which one, just on face value, ask them, why did you choose that option? Or another question you can ask is, why didn't you choose the other ones? Note down the option they said and why. You need the data. Don't just remember it. Actually save the data. Conduct the experiment multiple times and let the law of large numbers do the work. Because what's going to happen is, at the end, you're going to have feedback as to what real people think. And you're going to have a better understanding of what offer resonates more with your customer. Because look, if you didn't do this, you go to your friend, your family member, and you say, hey, look, here's 3 options of products I'm looking to sell, or the three bundles, the 3 offers. Which one would you like? And they go, option B is the best. And then you go, Yeah, option B is the best. I like option B. And then you do option B and you order the products from China, you get them delivered in, and then it doesn't work. You can't compete. Your A cost is too high, your click-through rate's too low, your conversion rate's too low, you can't make it work. You'll be thinking, oh, what have I done wrong? But if the same person conducted that experiment 10 more times or 9 more times, and then all of those people said option A is the best, what's the anomaly? Well, obviously you and asking your close friend were the anomalies. The majority of people are saying option A. So you can really, really damage yourself, damage your business by not doing this, okay? The first feedback, if you don't do this, the first bit of feedback you're gonna get is from real customers buying on Amazon. Right? You don't want that. You don't want the first bit of feedback you get is to be from customers who are actually searching for your product or clicking your ads and not buying it, because that's feedback. You'll potentially launch the wrong bundle and struggle to make it work. This is true. Your PPC costs will be higher if your offer isn't as irresistible compared to your competitors, right? Other people will buy other people's products and not yours. People will click on yours, you'll spend the money on a click and you won't get the sale. You could basically waste thousands trying to fix it or thousands in lost income. So what you've learned today, the complete solution, how to fully understand your customers, serve them to the highest level and create irresistible product offers, and customer verification, how to scientifically predict if your offer will resonate with the customer without ever spending a cent on it. So hopefully you have enjoyed that and you've got a lot of value out of it. I want you to go now and create your own irresistible product offers. My name is Jonny Bradley, I'm founder of the Seller Pro Academy. Thank you again to Jungle Scout and for creating JungleCon and inviting me up to the stage and to do this seminar for you. It's been incredible to be able to share some of this value with you. If you do have any questions, I'm an open book. Come and ask me on Instagram at Jonny Bradley UK, or you can send me an email and all of my details again are on my Instagram account. For now, that's it. I really hope you get continued value from the rest of JungleCon. And remember, you're just one product away. Bye-bye.